Someone once said that for a good deed, it doesn't take much, just to look around and share what you have. That's exactly what a homeless man in London did when 22-year-old Charlotte Ellis and Taylor Walden found themselves on the street next to him on a frosty night. On that cold and overcast day, Charlotte and Taylor had arrived in London for an important event that ran over time, and the guys just missed the last train, seeing only the flickering lights leaving the platform. The couple had no other choice but to wait for the next scheduled train, and they had to wait for 4 hours in the freezing January cold. It seemed to them at the time that this event would bring them a lot of problems because they didn't have warm clothes, and to be at the station at night is still a bad idea. But soon there were events which have made adjustments in their normal life. Panicking and discussing the reasons for their difficult situation, they heard a man's voice, and when they noticed the man was saying something to them, they couldn't believe their eyes. They couldn't believe it because a homeless man who called himself Joey had come out of nowhere and offered them his coat and blankets. "Guys, take this. It's very cold today and I guess you have to wait a long time." Then the tramp handed over a fairly clean coat and blankets. As the homeless man himself recalled, "When I saw these guys at the station, I immediately realized that there was something wrong with them.
It took a lot of persuading. I could understand they were cold as well, so I could feel they needed a little help."
Of course, the young men declined his offer at first, but soon they were very cold and finally accepted his help. That night, they talked a little with Joey and were surprised to find out the man was quite well-mannered and intelligent. It was just that his life had turned out so that he was temporarily on the street. But at the same time, he wasn't like those people who preferred that lifestyle themselves, just boozers and slackers. On the contrary, he said with confidence that he would soon get out of the difficult situation and things would be better for him. In general, the whole 4 hours flew by quickly, and in the company of Joey, they weren't afraid of being alone at the station at night. And when they saw the train arriving, they made one important decision, namely to invite the stranger to their house so he could at least have a shower, a good sleep, and of course something to eat. They just thought it was the right thing to do to repay the man with equal coin. Joey thought they were just kidding, but Charlotte refused to leave without him. He thanked them for their warm welcome and went back to the station. It was worth noting that Charlotte and Taylor understood and controlled the situation, because it was risky to let people from the streets into their home. However, Joey himself was well aware of this, so he behaved very timidly and politely. So the man drove back to the station, and in the evening, the couple decided to visit him again, bringing Joey some food and warm clothes. For a while, they visited each other, and without even noticing it, they became friends. And then the girl decided to tell this unusual story on Facebook. Hundreds of users were touched by this kindness and shared Charlotte's post. But of course, there were those who thought the young people were crazy. Charlotte wrote, "People judge without understanding. All he needed was some faith in him. You can't think people are bad just because they ended up on the street. They're just like me or you." As you may have realized, the story didn't end there. Soon, friends of the couple gave Joey a phone and new clothes, and 5 days later, Charlotte and Taylor helped him find a job. Since then, a lot of time has passed and Joey is back to normal life. He works, has his own place and his own car. But the most important thing that Joey got out of this story was a true and lasting friendship that developed between all the characters here. After all, even after a few years, their friendship is still so strong that they maintain a warm and close relationship. So that's the story, friends. As I said earlier, it doesn't take much to do a good deed. Look around and share what you have. What would you have done if you were the couple freezing at the train station or the homeless man on that cold night? Be sure to write about it in the comments. And that's it for today. See you soon, and bye.